Good day. Thank you for tuning into my channel, CC Sharing Space. Thank you so much. Today I'd like to speak about, or rather, to like to continue with my topic, my previous topic, about finances and in a relationship. Um, but the issue with finance is that money is never really enough for all the things that we're planning, right? However, we need to be realistic about what we really can achieve with the money and the income that we have. We have to make it long term. Money planning can take anything from 2 years to 5 years, whatever goal you actually want. Right? For example, maybe you want to travel. Okay, so there's expenses for traveling that'll be needed to be considered, right? Like getting your visa if you're traveling out of the country, and getting the money for where you're going to stay in that period that you travel and stuff like that. Your air tickets and all that, you see. So again, it's all about planning and writing everything down step by step on what you're going to do and your goals that how you're going to achieve them. And then planning is always long term. Planning for anything is always a long term mission, right? So the most important thing about finances is planning and also forecasting realistically and where you are now. If there's only one type of income that's coming in, and this income attends to all the necessity bills like the renting or the bond or the electricity and all the other stuff, you need to also consider the fact that that cash that you have one side is only for those specific needs. If you need anything else, you need to have additional cash flow that's coming in, you see. So that's why when money becomes very difficult, you need like a financial planner that can help you on how to plan, how to save, how to invest your money. So if you are saving a certain amount of money, let's say maybe 10% of your salary or your salary combined, you can save that money on a monthly basis if you like, if you can, if it's possible for your lifestyle. Sometimes we need to consider our lifestyles as too extravagant. We need to kind of, bring down our lifestyle to try and save more. So now this is where the problem comes in most marriages, because very few people actually, if nobody wants to actually change their lifestyle. Because it means that now I have to sacrifice. That's why most people say when I get married, I will marry a man that has enough money income coming into his life so I can marry him, we come together and we join into a partnership. Or some women and men think very selfishly about it and don't do it that way. They rather feel that that person's going to work and their money, they will do whatever they want to do with their money, and then kind of, use the other partner's money to achieve the lifestyle that they want. But then again, marriage is a partnership, so there should be a partnership together. The both of you will work together to attain this lifestyle that you both want. Okay? That's why it's important for couples not to rush into having kids because it is an extra expense. It's important for couples to not rush into getting that big, huge mansion when they cannot afford it. You see, so maybe you'll have priorities. Of course, you want to travel the world, but before you'll have children. That's all about money and finances. You see, so you need to sit and think and plan very carefully when it comes to finances. And that's what causes most marriages to have issues because of their planning, especially if you're somebody and you're not brought up in a home where you were taught about planning and budgeting. You see, it wasn't really an issue in your family. Maybe you come from a wealthy background, where your parents inherited money or they're running a business and it was quite successful businesses, all this income coming in. So in most cases, when you now an adult and you go on your own, you cannot depend on your family's money, your family's wealth. You need to create your own source of income, in most cases, yeah. Unless you're not some person that inherited the family's wealth from generation to generation. You see, so you need to think about that. Even when you're looking for a partner, if you're coming from a background where money was really a big issue, you didn't have enough of it because your parents were not educated, they didn't have enough jobs, they were not business people, they didn't have an income. It depends on your background. That's how I've noticed that in most cases, especially in the old days, older generations, that people normally married, or yeah, coupled with people that are in your same background. But that's too limiting, in life. It's too limiting because love is just anywhere. You can fall in love with anybody and be attracted to anybody from any background. That's why you need to always think about very carefully about having a partner, about marriage, you see. And in the old days as well, there was also planned marriages, be it arranged marriages, where your family actually arranged for you to marry a certain influential family member. You know what I mean? How, that kind of thing. That really deals with all these issues about wealth and money and income and stuff. But what I've noticed these days, the way the world is now changed, is that money is quite a contentious issue, and it can either break or make up a marriage. But in most cases, it breaks marriages because most of the time the problem is lack of money, lack of not having enough, lack of not having enough education on money. What is money? You need to go do your research. What is money? Where does it come from? People don't ask enough questions. That the fact is you need to understand something for you to able to work with it and deal with it. And that was my personal problem too as well. My constraint, my challenge is that I don't come from a wealthy family. I come from a single background family. Mom brought us up, 4 children on her own. So money to me was what people taught me and told me what I saw outside. And I saw that there was a lack of it. And I had that feeling of lack, you know. My first couple of years as an adult, when I bought my first, I rushed into buying property because that's what society told us. If you need to buy property, you must have a loan, you must have debt for you to be alive. And that was very misleading, and it also made me have a very miserable early adult life when it came to money because of the fact that, okay, I bought my property at 25. That's a young age to buy property. Your first property. I wasn't even earning a big salary. It's just like a beginning salary, you know what I mean? Like starter pack kind of thing. And I really had a bond and everything. And that was very stressful for me. But at the same time, it was an experience and I grew from that experience. I know what a bond is now. It's a commitment, it's a bondage. You actually bonded to the bank or the institution that gave you or loaned you the cash. You see, so it's not something that positive to be in debt for the next 30 years, paying the bank money. Because you're not even told about the interest rates, about all those things. They don't tell you all that you now bonded. You see? And now by the time you in your 30s, you're still paying off bond, you still have all these problems, financial problems. And it affects your relationships, especially with your significant other, your lover. It affects the type of relationship because with my experience, it was tough. Him coming from a country that's not like our country, it's not a Western country. South Africa is very Western in terms of money and finances, very Western, you know. We're like the only African country that has these facilities where you can take a loan and go to the bank and buy and pay now, or buy now and pay later kind of system. We're the only South African country so far that has that system for so many years, So where he came from, you actually save all your life for your home and you build it slowly but as you work and you build your home. You never have a loan, that kind of thing. So that was really frustrating for him at first. That how can you live like this? How can you live like this? Every month you have to pay a bank. You're stressing, you cannot sleep. How can you live? And there's still insurances, there's still other stuff like that. So the Western way of finances and relationships is very, very stressful. It's very, very stressful because number one, we have this whole idea that we need to live the certain way. We have all these needs. You must have a weave, you must have this, you must have makeup, it's your nails, it's everything. It's education, it's your home, it's your rent, it's electricity bills, it's all sorts of things that are going on in a Western lifestyle. So when he came to South Africa, he was quite taken aback by this lifestyle where we live. That every month there's even a debit on your account. Money just goes out of the account without your control. Just goes. Even if your money is short that month, you didn't get paid enough, or maybe you're a contractor. and you pay per hour, and you work less hours that month. And the bank doesn't care, they just take your money. That affects relationships. It really does. And the Western way of life and finance is very stressful, and it stresses even the relationships. It causes relationships to break, especially because we can't handle those situations. You know what I mean? So that is why a lot of Western relationships don't work out, because there's too many needs and wants and too many commitments, financial commitments. I'm just talking because of the fact that this is also a big reality now, like in our day now, for most people. And a lot of people don't know how to handle it. You see, so I think the best thing to do before you put yourself in any commitment, do your research. What is a bond? What is interest rates? All these things. Learn these things first. That's the thing about finances. People don't want to learn. Do their research. Do your research first before you jump into a commitment. Okay. I'm gonna stop right now with this video. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening to my video, and please subscribe and like my video. Okay, thank you so much. Keep well